Ted!
When is this thing? Yeah, I know they have things. I think okay. Isn't it disgusting to do this?
Anytime I want.
I told him.
You're probably going to use that, right?
You can. I mean, you can fit through here. It's fine.
Oh, they would line up.
Yeah.
How are you, sir? Get everyone's attention. We're going to start the press Q&A here. It's Joe Castle, business owner. Talk a little bit about his tour with Tom and welcome Tom to the restaurant owner.
I'd like to take a minute to welcome everybody to Eagle Street Grill in St. Paul. On behalf of my business partner and myself, we're proud to have Representative Emmer here today to discuss some questions and answers with you, the media, and the general public. Had an opportunity to talk to Representative Emmer here for a little while inside, and we agree on a lot of things. And I'm real excited to see what the future holds for him and for the state of Minnesota. So I'd like to introduce Representative Emmer.
Thanks a lot, Joe, and thanks to Joe and Kevin for having us here today. And Pat, where'd your dad go?
He had to go make a delivery.
All right. Well, it was interesting. You know, this is called the Freedom and Prosperity Tour. We started this a while ago, and I think it's important. It's really nice you guys from the press to show up, including my friend Ted from the DFL. It's good. You can take this back to the Democrats, Ted, and let them know. This is what we're doing, is we're going out and listening to business owners like Kevin and Joe and hearing what they're all about. I mean, look at this. This is where jobs are created. The Eagle Street Grill is typical of a small business where a couple of guys pour everything that they have into the business in order to create opportunity, hopefully not only for themselves and their families, but for all the great employees that are here. And you hear stories, if you just come out and listen, you hear stories about how government can impact their ability to create those opportunities. I hear a story today where you have servers, people who are working here. They've been provided a job because they are able to collect not only a minimum wage, which we all want to make sure people have good living wages, but they are by law required to receive a certain wage. Well, guess what? With the tips that they get to take home, there are some people that are earning over $100,000 a year. More than the very people that are providing the jobs and investing not only their life savings, but their family's future. That something has to be done about that. And there's another issue that it was very interesting to hear about, Joe. This health issue, the healthcare reform bill coming out of Washington. We've heard from more business owners that they are on in a holding pattern. Obviously, here at the Eagle Street Grill, they have to have a certain number of employees to be able to service the business, so they're constantly going to be maintaining at least a certain number. But other businesses we know right now are in a holding pattern. They are not hiring because they are concerned as to what liability, financial liability, they're going to take on with this federal law. This is government acting at its worst when it's telling people how to run their business and what they're going to be able to do. Government, again, can only, can only inhibit business, can only keep it from growing as opposed to creating jobs. Right now we've got too much of it, guys. We got to pull government back. We got to put it in proper perspective to the people that are trying to create businesses, the entrepreneurs, like these two great Raiders, Kevin and Joe. I love to give them a hard time. It's good to see that we have Cretan kids that succeed out there.
Oftentimes better than St. Thomas, folks.
Oftentimes better than St. Thomas, folks. That's what makes it. That's what makes it all worth being a Minnesotan. You know that, Patrick. This is. We give each other a little ribbing back and forth. This is what success is all about, allowing people to create the opportunities for themselves, their families, and the employees, the great people in St. Paul and surrounding communities. We got to get government back to answering and serving you so that you're able to do that. as opposed to having government tell you what you can't do or create through policies, whether they be tax policies or other employment regulations, telling you what you can't do. So we all want the same thing. We want you to be a success, but I think it's time that we start to look at the fact that government has become more of a regulator than a resource to you, and I think we've got to make it a resource once again. So thank you all for being here. I don't know how you want to handle this, Patrick.